As bonus for those that got the sendiio email app through my affiliate link, I promise that I'm going to do a video on how to configure the app and through your cPanel, and this is me fulfilling my promise. Now, to prove to you that I'm not just promoting the sendiio app, but I actually bought it and I've been using it for a couple of years now. So let me go straight down. This is my JVZoo purchase dashboard. So let me show you so that you see when I actually got the app. Okay, where are you? Sendiio app. Or let me just search for it. Where is it? No, I don't think it's far back this way. Let me just go back up and search for sendiio. Okay, good. So you see, I actually bought the upsell, and this was far back in 2019. So I bought the VA license, I bought the booster license, and its sendiio is just so good. Now, since you have seen it, so now you see me logging into my account. Okay, so now this is the sendiio dashboard. Now what we are going to do, you see here mails, you scroll down and you come down to your personal SMTP, because you are going to be using your SMTP. Then you go to your domains. Let's open it. Now your domains, what you actually do is that if you have not added any domain, it's a new account, you are not going to see the domains you have added. All these are ready, they are all set. So now what we are going to do, these are the domains I have on here. Now you can add on unlimited number of domains, and as you can see, they are already except for bytesandbolts.com. So now what we are going to do is that if you are you want to add a domain, you go on here, see, add a domain. And let's say for this particular domain, I want to set it, since I've already added that. Once you add your domain, it's going to bring you to this particular dashboard, to get you to this dashboard. Now, one thing you will notice is that everything here is not valid, meaning that this particular domain cannot send email using the sendiio app. Now, you have already added your domain. It's very easy. You can watch the video, just go to help, and then you see tutorials, and then you are interested in emails. You click on it, and it will lead you on straight to different aspects of the app. It is well detailed here, but having been configuring this for a number of persons, if you are using your own personal SMTP and you try to follow what you see here, you might not get it right. I had to do a lot of config and all before everything became clear. Now what you also notice is that there is a video on here that describes how you add your DK, IM and SPF. So the first thing you do, the moment you have added your domain and you click on that particular button that we click on, and it takes you here, please note here first, you see all here, domain verification takes up to 48 hours, but sometimes it is just instantaneous, it doesn't take up to that time. So what we are going to do now, look here, you see, if you are using our elite service, your SPF record should look like this. That's for the monthly payment. But if you are using your personal SMTP server, your SPF record should look like this. You see, that's if you are configuring it, it should look like this. You understand? So I'm going to copy it. I've already copied it, but I'm just demonstrating it to you so that you see. I'm going to copy it and paste it on here. Paste file. Now if I paste it, you see it's exactly this. So we are going to configure it to look like this. Okay, the first thing you do, you see all here is there. See here, include your sending domain name. Now the particular domain name I am talking about, we are interested in, is Bytes and Bows. Bytes and Bows. So you come here and you just configure it using your, just configure everything first using a test file, so that you just be copying everything direct. So you put it here. Of course the Bytes and Bows should not be in caps, so you make sure it's not in caps. bytesandbows.com. So it is there. Now they say IP, you understand? Your IP, you put your sending IP here. You should put your sending IP here. Now how do you get your sending IP? So if you log in to your cPanel, there's an indirect way to get it, but I don't want to go about. You can get it directly from your laptop, but let's do it this way. If you go to your cPanel, say Bytes and Bows / cPanel, and then let me log in. I'm going to pause the video and log in, and so that you see how it is done. So here it is. I've logged into my website, the cPanel. Now what you do is that we want to get the IP address. So you scroll down depending on how yours look like. If you can't see it immediately, you come to server information. This is actually the long way to go about it. So you come down and you see it here. This is it, 198 dots. So you copy it, and I go through this long process for a good reason. You copy it. Okay, it's as if I've closed the other notepad. Let me pause it again, as long as you get the gist. So we have copied it. Then you now come here, your IP address, where it says your IP, your sending IP address. You paste it there. So that's your IP. So this is what you need. It is very, very important. So here, this Bytes and Bows, you just get all this information down. bytesandbows.com. So we have this now. So but let's say you don't want to go through the process of going to cPanel. Another way of getting your IP address is come to your command and type in. Then you type in ping. You ping your website name, bytesandbows.com, then enter. So that's your IP here. That's your IP address. You understand? So this is your IP address, which if you check is the same with the one. That's 19854. You see it here, 19854. So it's exactly the same thing. So you can go through the command routes or the cPanel routes. Now the moment you have gotten all that, what do you now do? You come, because I just want you to get all your information down. So you come on here back to your okay, yes. So you now have to copy the DKIM and SPF, and this is where the problem always is, I think, with the so what did he say? Record name. This test record name, you copy what the record name, you copy it, so it's automatically copied. Go back to your notepad and you paste it. You paste it. Please, let's go back again so that you see what you are copying. Look at it. You are copying what? The record name, which should be your website. You understand? So you paste it, your record name, you paste it. This is it here. Your record name, this, then dots, bytes, and what? Bows. Do you understand? Which is what we have here. Then you go back. Though I'm going to send this file to you, I just want you to see how it is done. I've got a lot of files open. So you go back to, now you now copy the value, the DKIM value. Very, very important. It's the same for everyone. So this is it. I've already copied it. Let me just put it beside it. So you paste it. You understand? You paste it. It's exactly the same. You see, it ended with QAB, ended with QAB, started with IMG, started with IMG. So the DKIM and all these, they are the same thing. So we now have the DKIM there. We have the record name. We have the DKIM. So you have done that. Normally, no issue with that. But when you now come down to the SPF, you click this, you copy the record name, the SPF. You go back here. See, I already have the SPF, which is what we did initially. So I will show you where the problem is. You paste it. You discover that it's just saying at. It's just saying at. It's just telling you at. Now, had it been, I don't have this done, the SP, it would have really been an issue. It would have been an issue. Because it's not supposed to just say at, but that's what is happening. It was not like that before. So we now go to the record value, you copy it and go back and paste it. So it's telling you V equals to this. Now, what I have discovered that for the SPF, if you follow their way, it is not going to go well for you. So I've already brought out the SPF and all. I've brought out everything. So we have SPF, this is the SPF, you understand, which we have already done. SPF, do so and so. That's it for the bytes and bone. You understand? So I'm going to close it because I'm going to do this thing live so that you actually see it. So we have the sendiio domain name key dot byte and bones. That's the domain name key. Let me remove all these so that it will get confusing. So we have the DKIM noted. We have the domain, the record name. We have the SPF. This is the pattern it should be. We have it here, the SPF. So this one, I'm going to close it up. Then we have the DMARC record. We have the DMARC record. This one actually you are not going to, since I'm doing this video specifically for somebody. Say you are where you have the DMARC record, you go to so the project this all this should be the same. Where you have the DMARC record, where you have at ask so and so online, your domain name, that particular domain name you are configuring the SMTP for should be here. For this one, mail to, this one should be here, and all this remains at default value. So that's it. It's not really a big deal. It's just that it's not properly explained in the sendiio tutorials. And I think they were actually charging $100 or $150 for it to be done for you. Now you can go through the tutorial here, this particular tutorial, and it explain it, but it's not going to explain
In this video,
it
I'm gonna walk
the
you
way, but it's
through
still very,
how
very
to get
good.
your
It
domain
is very
added.
important you go through it and you pick up some stuff that I've said, and there's some that I didn't explain here, because I believe the main purpose, this is the person that he was collecting, it was contracted to him, and it was $100 or $150, which many of you might not really have, and it was, the space was just for about 100 or so persons, and I don't think it's still going on now. So if that is noted, we now have that, we have all this on ground. So we now come back to the C panel, so that we now starting, we have to configure it. Now you have all the information you need down, so let's start configuring. I'm going to stop here, it's already 15 minutes now. We'll continue the next video.